boasts metropolitan powerhouse cities that represent the country's accumulation of wealth, evident in the astonishing variety of places to visit, from the Dordogne prehistoric cave paintings and the Roman monuments of the south to the Gothic cathedrals of the north, the chefs-d'œuvre of the Louvre, and the cutting-edge architecture of the Grands Projets in Paris. This legacy of history and culture, le patrimoine, is so widely dispersed across the land that even the briefest of stays will leave you with a powerful sense of France's past. Traveling around France is easy. Restaurants and hotels proliferate, many of them relatively inexpensive when compared with other developed Western European countries. Train services are admirably efficient, as is the road network, especially the toll-paying autoroutes, and cyclists are much admired and encouraged. Information is highly organized and available from tourist offices across the country, as well as from specialist organizations for walkers, cyclists, campers, and so on. As for where to go in France, Paris, of course, is the outstanding cultural center, with its impressive buildings and unparalleled art, nightlife, and ethnic diversity, though the great provincial cities, Lyon, Bordeaux, Toulouse, Marseille, all now vie with the capital and each other for prestige in the arts, ascendancy in sport, and innovation in attracting visitors. Marseille, in particular, has a host of exciting new cultural institutions, a legacy of its year as European Capital of Culture in 2013. The City of Light, Paris, draws millions of visitors every year with its unforgettable ambience. Of course, the divine cuisine and vast art collections deserve some of the credit as well. The gentle river Seine rambles through the city, flanked by stately museums, centuries-old churches, and blocks of Rococo and neoclassic design architecture, further enhanced by cascading trees and glowing street lamps. Peppering the Seine's cobbled walks and graceful bridges are impossibly chic Parisians, probably on their way to the market, cafe, or cinema. Containing world-class museums, fashion, cuisine, and an atmosphere all its own, Paris is also a city of many splendors, as Ernest Hemingway recalled in his memoir, A Movable Feast. Visit the beloved Musée d'Orsay, shop the biggest designers on the Champs-Élysées, or hit the boutiques in Les Marais. Take in a view atop the Eiffel Tower, or even plan a day trip to Versailles Palace. But don't miss out on the simple pleasure of meandering the marvelous arrondissements, districts, or snacking on street crepes either. The capital of the Alsace region offers the perfect mix of French and German culture thanks to its location on the France-Germany border. While here, travelers should see Strasbourg's Gothic-style cathedral and stroll through the UNESCO World Heritage-listed Petite France Quarter with its half-timbered houses and postcard-worthy waterways. Plus, those with an interest in politics can tour several important European institutions during their visit, including the European Parliament and the Council of Europe. For an extra dose of charm, arrive in December to see one of Europe's oldest Christmas markets. Rising above the sea like a castle in a fairy tale, Mont Saint-Michel in Normandy is one of France's most visited sites. Legend says the Archangel Michael, the island's namesake, repeatedly appeared to Bishop Aubert of Avranches in dreams, telling him to build a church on top of the island in AD 708. Since its completion, it has become an important pilgrimage site for Christians and European intellectuals. Visitors can tour the picturesque abbey and admire its incredible medieval architecture or wander its surrounding streets, which are lined with tiny shops and quaint cafes. Dubbed La Ville Rose due to the prominence of distinctive clay bricks in its architecture, Toulouse is a feast for the eyes. Throughout this city, which is located in the south of France, you'll find marvels like the neoclassical Le Capitole on the main square, the stately Basilica of Saint Sernin, an 11th century UNESCO site, and the Hôtel de Sazette, which houses a noteworthy art gallery. What's more, several canals with shady footpaths pass through the city, including the idyllic Canal du Midi. For some of the best views of Toulouse, take a cruise on the River Garonne or just sunbathe on its banks. Sunny Montpellier glows with a combination of old-world charm and a trendy university lifestyle. This city in the south of France evokes Parisian appeal with Haussmann architecture and stylish promenades. And like Paris, adornment is everywhere in Montpellier, from fashionable boutiques to street art to France's oldest botanical garden. Plus, since Montpellier is located 7 miles from the coast of the Mediterranean, a beach break is close at hand. Once the sun sets, take part in the city's youthful nightlife scene, which includes everything from music halls to dance clubs. It's easy to see why Colmar, located in the heart of Alsace's wine region, is considered one of France's most beautiful cities. Colorful houses that look as if they belong in a fairy tale line the Little Venice district, where you can take a boat tour through Colmar's canals or reach boutiques and eateries on foot. The setting is picturesque, regardless of when you vacation here, but for even more charm, visit Colmar at night when lights illuminate the city during annual events like the Colmar International Festival, Alsace's Wine Fair, and Colmar's Christmas Market. To see some of France's most spectacular art and architecture, head to Avignon. This city in southeastern France is full of stunning structures, including the 14th century Palais des Papes, the largest Gothic palace in the world, and the arched bridge Pont d'Avignon. A number of can't-miss museums are spread throughout Avignon as well, such as the Musée Angleton, which houses works by highly regarded artists like Edgar Degas, Pablo Picasso, and Vincent van Gogh. Visit in July to attend the Festival d'Avignon, one of the world's largest performing arts festivals. If your ideal French vacation involves a little more nature and a little less city, head to the French Alps. Here you'll find some of the best ski slopes in Europe, as well as beautiful scenery that rivals any work of art or architecture. In summer, the typically snow-covered mountains thaw just enough to create perfect conditions for hiking and biking. Enchanting villages sit at the base of the range, offering several places to unwind when you've had enough fun on the slopes or trails. As the prime port town of the French Riviera, Nice attracts beachgoers, history buffs, and high culture seekers who come to vacation on its Mediterranean shores. There's definitely more to this quirky city than a pebbly waterfront, pastel-colored buildings, and palm trees waving in the breeze. Baroque churches surprise you in the maze of the old town's twisted streets. Modern sculptures dominate the gardens as you stroll in the Place Massena. Ancient Roman ruins provide the backdrop for summer jazz concerts in Simies, and the candy-colored onion-shaped domes of the St. Nicholas Russian Orthodox Cathedral Tower overhead as you pass Avenue Nicolas II. But Nice's cultural charms are often interwoven, and sometimes overshadowed, by its reputation for partying. Be sure to leave a little energy for the vibrant nightlife along the Riviera. Often called France's Isle of Beauty, Corsica features diverse landscapes and a unique culture that make it seem like a miniature continent. The Mediterranean island's clear blue water and white sand beaches are ideal for sunbathing, snorkeling, and kayaking, while its mountainous terrain and dense forests provide ample opportunities to hike trails like the highly regarded, albeit challenging, GR20. Those looking to take in some history can visit the Maison Bonaparte Museum to see Napoleon's birthplace. What's more, Corsica offers a one-of-a-kind food scene that showcases various local delicacies, such as lonzo, dry-cured ham, and brocciu, cheese. France's third-largest city, after Paris and Marseille, is in no way third best. In fact, many say Lyon gives travelers a taste of authentic French culture, not to mention some of the most masterful cooking in the world, which is why the city is often hailed as the gastronomic capital of France. Founded in 43 BC on the convergence of the gleaming Rhône and Saône rivers, Lyon's long history is still on view today, from its ancient theater of Fourvière to its Renaissance-era district Vieux Lyon. But Lyon is a city moving forward, too. Up-and-coming neighborhoods like Confluence are evidence, as are the wide array of jam-packed music clubs. And if you needed even more reason to travel here, Lyon is also the gateway to the Rhône Valley and the hundreds of wineries that spill out across the rolling hills.